I need a dollar, 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 that's what I need. Hey, hey. Well, I need a dollar, 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 that's what I need. Hey, hey.
My name is Matt Carden. I'm the director of the Career Center here at St. John Fisher. The Career Center definitely, what it does is it provides support to students throughout all phases of the career development process, from freshman year all the way through senior year, as well as a young alum, and supporting students with their career aspirations and their goals.
I don't know where the Career Center is. I'm not sure that many students at St. John Fisher know where the Career Center is. I think you can ask. I mean, we hear about it our freshman year and freshman seminar and at Great Beginnings, and don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking any of the help facilitators for our future. But after freshman year, I haven't heard a thing about it. Don't know where it is. I would love to know. Please let me know.
I've never been in the Career Center. I wasn't really aware of it until, you just started talking to me about it. So, no, I have not been.
I've actually never gone to the Career Center here at Fisher. Kind of have an idea where it is.
Not much, actually. Internship-wise, I've talked to a couple teachers about it, haven't really done much about it. Kind of slacking on that part. I've never been to the Career Center. Do I plan on it? Yeah. I really don't think I'm going to actually follow through on that plan, though. I'm just kind of lazy.
Well, I'm a junior. Bob's going my second semester. If I haven't started now, I hate to say it, I'm going to be SOL. But what I'm going to continue to do is find outlets, find avenues, and ultimately get myself in a position that I don't have to worry about the outcome after graduation. It'll already be there for me.
My recommendation is be as involved as possible as you possibly can within the college campus in terms of both the curricular and co-curricular activities. If that's study abroad, if it's internships, service learning, volunteer, a practicum field placement type piece, to being involved in clubs and organizations, athletics. People who hire at the entry level look on resumes, they look for involvement, they look for leadership positions, and what did you kind of get from your education? And it's really one of the ways in a competitive job market, because while things are looking better at the entry level, it's still a very competitive job market. And by being involved in campus, achieving your best academically, it helps to differentiate your candidacy compared to other candidates or other applicants that you're going to be up against. So, something as simple as that could separate you is that you were president of a club or organization that could put you over the top in terms of being selected, or you're a captain of a team and that kind of thing.
I don't think I'll have a hard time finding a job out of college. The accounting programs really helped me out. They do a lot for the students as far as getting them internships, bringing in accounting recruiting, and getting your exposure to firms.
Yeah, I do. It's really hard to find a job in the field of education right now, especially in New York State. So if I do plan on getting a job right after college, I'm definitely going to have to move down south or possibly west just to even think about getting a job without having any years of experience.
I don't believe I will be having a hard time finding a job after college. We already had recruitment meetings, and on our floor we already talk about how if we like where we work, they'll give us a job. We also have our clinical instructors telling us that they'll give us recommendations, and they'll talk to the people that they work on for their floor.
Yes and no. Yes, because of the economy right now, just with the job market and opportunities out there. But no, because I do know some people in the field I'm getting into. I want to get into medical sales, and I have a family connection there, so it is about the connections and who you know.
Well, I don't know if I'm walking on solid ground, 'cause everything around me is falling down, and all I want is for someone to help me.
The outlook, according to current surveys that were conducted this fall of employers who recruit at the entry level, within the entry level job market and recruit recent graduates, they're projecting a hiring increase of 9.5% over last year. So so far early fall indicators are really positive, and so the graduates of May 2012 are looking at a stronger job market at the entry level than the previous class years of 2011, 2010, and 2009. 2009 was the year that really dipped, and there was a real significant decrease in overall projected hiring, and it declined by 21.6% that year. And what happened was in the fall semester of 2008 was when you had that financial meltdown with the banks and the investments, and that continued into the spring of 2009, and that really impacted hiring in 2009, where it really dropped off, and that was a tough year. But since then, it's been coming back. It's been rebounding, and it's been increasing incrementally each year. And this past year, 2011 was pretty decent, and 2012, all the early indicators suggest it's going to be pretty strong.
What in the world am I gonna do tomorrow? Is there someone with a dollar I could borrow? Who can help me take away my sorrow? Maybe
I would assume so. I mean, you got the Wegman School of Nursing, you got the pharmacy school, the Wegman School of Pharmacy, so they actually have their specific schools rather than just being a defined major.
I think the accounting department does a really good job with my major, trying to help people get jobs. I know it does a lot more than other majors. Like I said before, they bring in accounting recruiting firms to come in and interview you, trying to get you to have, trying to get you a job or an internship as far as after college or while you're still in college. I don't know of any other major that does that. I know people in the business program that have been having a tough time finding internships. So I feel like the accounting program here at Fisher does a lot for their students.
Fisher, for business management people, they offer you internships, so that's probably really the only thing that my major is actually doing to help me after school. I don't really know of anything else that they're doing right now to better my chances of getting a job.
I feel like English is overlooked at the school. It's not a very popular major. Not a lot of kids are English majors or even English minors. So I feel like a lot of other majors do kind of get a little more help, I guess you could say. But other than that, I think it's pretty solid.
Yeah, definitely. Being a teacher and educator is, it's a profession. So you really have to learn those skills. And this semester I've done 50 hours in the classroom working with kids, and next semester I'll also do 50 hours. And that's before I even start student teaching next year. So I feel like the School of Ed has really prepared me for a job outside of Fisher.
We assist all majors in all various facets of the career development process, from freshman year all the way through senior year, regardless of major. If there's a perception that the college supports certain majors over others, where that might come in is maybe depending on how certain employers recruit. Some employers intentionally visit campus and come on campus a lot, so there's a greater presence. So it may look like certain majors are provided with more attention, but in terms of the resources and support provided, it's pretty equal across the board. There's definitely a lot to be optimistic about. As I mentioned before, in 2009 is when everything really dipped, and it has really begun to rebound in 2010. Definitely in 2011, this past graduating class did a lot better in the job market than the last 2 years. And 2012, right now, as I said, all the positive, there's a lot of positive indicators. All surveys to employers at this point are indicating an increase in hiring over 2011. So things are looking promising. And so there is a lot to be optimistic about it, but I would kind of caution that it's still very much a competitive job market. You have to be very active. You have to understand that it'll probably take a little bit. Your job search will probably take a little bit more time. So you have to be some perseverance is needed. Anticipate that you might be job searching 3 to 6 months. Anticipate potential letters of rejection. It's just part of that application process. Don't let that get you down or deter you. You keep applying and keep moving, and be really active in that process. You can't be passive. You can't sit back. If you can't take the tactic of sitting in the back of class and not participating, in a sense, that's not going to work. Even in a real good economy, in a real positive job market for job seekers, being passive isn't going to do it. Career management is an active piece. And once you even land a job, you need to be kind of thinking of, okay, where I am, where have I been, where am I at now, and where do I want to go from here? And that requires you to always kind of be thinking about what your next steps are and what you need to do to get to those next steps, and start moving in that direction. So,
if God has plans for me, I hope it ain't written in stone. Hey, hey, because I've been working myself down to the bone, and I swear on Grandpa's grave.
I went and they helped me build my resume. I've done some interviews there. I've met most of the people there, and they've really been helpful as far as building my resume and trying to find a job.
Come on, share your dollar with me. Go ahead, share your